So today I'm going to share with you 6 revenue streams that I'm currently using or will be using, and also that you could probably do yourself. And there's one that you probably won't want to have anything to do with. Let's go. What's going on, everybody? My name is Dave Connery. I'm an artist and designer based in Southern California, and there I go again, just saying that. Why does that matter? Maybe it just explains my oddball demeanor. I don't know. We're not here to talk about my blathering demeanor. We're here to talk about the 7 things that are gonna make me rich.
I'm wealthy, I'm independent, I'm socially secure, I'm rich.
But instead of me just talking about it, let me show you by writing it on a board and then talking about it. I bought this whiteboard. I'm gonna use it. 7 streams to 7 figures. Isn't that catchy? I hope you can read these with the shadow, because there's the shadow. My number 1 income stream. You guys read that okay? Art and merch. That's pretty obvious. I sell art, I sell merchandise. I do so on my website, but I'm kind of shifting things. I'm changing things up a little bit because I'm going to focus my attention on the website towards things that kind of the mood, the feeling, the concepts, the designs, the motif, all the things are going to kind of revolve around this same idea of empowering creative people to do their thing. At least on my website, also on my Etsy shop, which I haven't talked about in a long time. We're gonna revamp it, we're gonna make it cool, it's gonna follow in line with what I'm talking about here on the website. More on that in another video. Now, there will be circumstances where I do want to explore new things that don't necessarily fit within the focus area of the website. So I'm gonna take one of my secondary print-on-demand shops and I'm gonna turn that into the thing where I just experiment with ideas. Experiment with topics and niches and trends. I'm probably not gonna share the name of that shop with you here because I want it to be pure. I don't want you guys going from here over to that shop and then kind of skewing how things are done. I want to make it as natural and organic to the platforms as I possibly can so that that becomes good information for you if you decide to go do the same thing. Now, kind of in that same vein, number 2 is NFTs. If you have no idea what NFTs are, I'm gonna put a link in the description so you can go check out the basics. Wait till after this video is done before you go do that. I really want to investigate this new idea of NFTs because not only is it a new way to generate income through your art, but it's also a new way to think about how art will affect us in the future. You know that whole metaverse thing that Zuckerberg keeps talking about? That's gonna be a factor in our lives, and NFTs are gonna be a big player in that. There's also ramifications as far as the cryptocurrency aspect of it, and so there's a whole other conversation that needs to happen here, but that's definitely one that I'm gonna be investigating further. I do have some NFTs available on my OpenSea account, again, link in the description if you wanna go check it out, but I haven't done anything there in a long time. That's going to change, obviously. Number 3 is the digital tools that I create for designers and artists. One of the things that I hemmed and hawed about on my own website for a while is that I was wondering, should I break off the digital tools or the merchandise and have them on different sites? But once I figured out that with the art and merchandise, what I wanted to do is kind of focus my energy around this empowerment of you guys. That's the thing. Then I felt like, oh, okay, well, these tools empower you to do your thing. The merchandise empowers you to do your thing. It all fits. It fits. It fits! I'm gonna keep making tools, but of course, because I've pulled kind of a little bit back from the whole affinity thing that I've done before, I'm gonna be making them for other platforms as well. And this is not just for me. This is me telling you how to do these things so that you can go do the same thing for yourself. You make these things already. Why not try to sell them to other people so that you can make a little bit of coin? What are you waiting for? I mean, go on. I'll be here. We'll wait. Now, way back over here, number 4 is affiliate marketing. So here's the thing. I had somebody drop into my comments one time and said, I'm not into affiliate marketing links because I don't trust them. I get that. There's probably people out there who have put affiliate links into their thing. It's hard to trust because you don't feel like that person is really behind the thing that they're giving affiliate marketing links to. I pride myself on being a guy who is trustworthy, willing to take a chance with some things, and if I like those things, then I share them with you, and I put the links down below. Doesn't cost you anything, doesn't cost anybody extra, you don't lose anything. In fact, sometimes you actually gain things because you use them. It's a symbiotic relationship between all 3 of us. Them making the thing, me using the thing, I'm promoting the thing to you, and then you turn around and buy the thing, and then they come back at me and say, thanks, Dave, and hopefully give you something too. Not everybody does that, but some of them do. Doesn't cost you a dime, it's just something I do to help bring in a few extra bucks. Number 5 I talked about kind of in the last video, and that's memberships. I mean, I'm looking at this from this distance and I'm thinking to myself, I can barely read it from 12 inches away. I can only imagine what it looks like to you. But it does say that memberships. I have a Patreon account. And people go to that Patreon account to do a couple of different things. Number one, it's like giving me a high five. Hey, high five, Dave. I really appreciate your work. Here's $1. Hey, here's $5. And you know, how about a little digital thing in my pocket? Or there's $15, and then it's like, hey, how about an even more bigger digital thing in my pocket? I've been doing that on Patreon for quite a few years now, and I've got some solid people. It's not a huge amount of folks, but it's a decent amount, and there have been some new people this week. So if you're listening, pay attention. Thank you very much. You guys rock my socks. As I said in a video last week, I decided to add memberships as a function of YouTube as well, because I know that some people just want to be here doing this thing. And I've had to kind of manipulate it and change it a little bit so that it works better with YouTube than it does on Patreon. And one of the things that's going to be different is that when you're here on YouTube as a member, you're going to get to see extra videos and extra content that, you know, the other people don't get to get because they're not members yet. Not taking anything away from anybody who is a regular subscriber, regular viewer. I'm not taking anything away. You're going to get the same things you always have. It's just that people who want to, you know, contribute for the effort that I've put forth to create this content, anybody who wants to contribute in that respect, then they get a little something extra. And number 6 is courses of courses. It's just like a running joke now. I do not have a course yet. I will probably not have a $1,000 course like you see some of these gurus do. There's some ideology out there that says that if you charge more for a course, it kind of creates a trigger in people's minds that makes them more invested in it, because if they're going to invest more money into it, they're gonna actually do the work. And I fully 100% endorse and appreciate that aspect. One of the things that kind of drives me nuts is like people buy stuff and then they don't do anything with it. At the end of the day, that doesn't really matter because I still get the money, but I am concerned. I'm concerned about people not getting the value out of the thing that they purchase. I want people to get value. I want to create good stuff. And if I'm going to make a course, you know, I'm going to make it good, but the pricing is, you know, this is something that I just have to work on. I don't know what it's going to be. I don't even have a course yet, but I'm going to have a course, and that's going to be one way that I make money in the 2022 and beyond. So these are the 6 things that I believe every single person watching this who is a creative person, even the smallest amount, I believe that anybody could accomplish any of these goals, any of these objectives. They could do any of this stuff. It just takes learning. It just takes experience. It just takes going out there and trying to figure this stuff out. But what is the magic 7th one that most people will not do? YouTube. YouTube's not bringing in crazy money for me, but it's bringing in pretty consistent money for me right now. And as I grow, it's obviously going to get better. People are going to come around, like sponsorships are going to come around. Memberships are going to become a thing. Most people are not going to want to do a YouTube channel. I couldn't even count all the different times that people said, I really appreciate what you do, because I couldn't see myself getting up there on the YouTube and doing that thing. I just would never expect most people to want to get up on a camera like I do and make an idiot out of themselves like I do. I'm perfectly okay being here, talking to you guys, trying to create infotainment, edufoment. That's what I'm trying to create here, and I know that sometimes the people freak out. They freak out about doing that on camera. I get it. So you've still got all these 6. I'm just going to use this one too. And though having that 7th option down there is going to help me get to that 7-figure goal a little bit faster, it's not the end all be all. You can still achieve a similar result, maybe not in the same timeline, but you can still achieve a similar result with all of these things. And these are only the ones that I'm currently using. There's actually more out there. And in fact, there's one that I'm not going to talk about yet because it requires an entire video unto itself. You're just going to have to come back for that one later. And while you're waiting for that one to come around, watch this one instead. And while you're here, subscribe if you haven't done so already. Hit the bell button because you never want to miss a thing. If you like this video, like it up and share it with all your appropriate homies. Remember, be good today, be even better tomorrow. See ya. Go! Why are you still here?